Hello VC, I'm trying to do this one yet again, as the previous ones have been too long, so let's see if I can cut this one down. And let's start with examples on how a good thing can be a bad thing. Gary Moore, Still Got the Blues. Excellent album. I've had this on CD since the early 90s, but the bad thing about this one is that it's got 3 songs less than the CD. Lou Reed, Magic and Loss. I was actually wanting to buy the Blue Mask, but somebody had written a name on it with a gold-colored felty pen. So I decided to buy this one, and the bad thing was that when I came home I noticed that somebody had written their name here also. So if I have to buy a record with somebody's autograph on it, it might as well been the Blue Mask, which I originally wanted. Ron Wood and Ronnie Lane, Mahoney's Last Stand. Well, this is the one that I had been looking for the most for recent times, let's say. So the bad thing about it is that I no longer have the top of my list album anymore, which I would be looking for. I don't know which is the one that I want the most now. And also this has been released with 3 different covers, and this is the one that I like the least. But I like the album. It's a really good bit country, bit folky rock music. I like this a lot. And then Graham Parsons, 180 gram alternative takes from GB and Grievous Angel. This was the 3rd release that I wanted from the record store day. Was it this spring? But this one wasn't available, and I wouldn't have bought it even then because of the price. But now during the summer one of our record stores went bankrupt. It was closed, and now during the fall it opened for a short period of time to sell everything for half price, and I found this one there, so I got this one for half price. So the bad thing about this is that now this is the 2nd record that Graham Parsons record that I have bought from Finland, which I know it sounds crazy, but well, it means something to me anyway. Now all of them aren't from different countries. What else did I buy for half price? Public Image Limited album. Funny thing that I bought this one because just shortly before I had bought Public Image Limited, This Is What You Want, This Is What You Get. I hadn't bought Public Image albums in over 20 years, and now I bought 2 in short succession. This one I hadn't had ever before. This one I had as cassette. And others that I bought for half price. Crowded House, Intriguer. I love the original period albums, so I was really hesitant at buying this one. And the first few seconds sounded awful, so I was like, oh no, it's going to be awful. But other than that, it turned out to be a really good one, so I'm happy to get that one. Drive-By Truckers, The Big To Do. I have 2 others from them, and I really didn't know where to go. So when I found this one for half price, I thought that that's a safe way to investigate further. Depeche Mode, Delta Machine. This one was the only one that I would have bought for full price, but finding it for half price, of course, why not? Faith No More, the very best definitive ultimate greatest hits collection. This one was one that I also had considered for a long time, but I didn't really need another compilation. But this one is a 2 CD, including B-sides and rarities, and this one was, I think it was €7 to begin with, so going for half price, I thought it was worth it. And another Faith No More album, we care a lot. I found this for really cheap. I was amazed to find this, and it seems that this is the original pressing. It doesn't say where the vinyl itself is pressed, only that the jacket made in Canada. And I have to say here, Roddy Bottum, the keyboard player, he's excellent keyboard player. He really doesn't go for the obvious ones. He really finds a vast variety of sounds from his keyboards. Excellent player. Thumbs up for him. Girlschool, Screaming Blue Murder. In the earliest days when I heard heavy rock, I wasn't an active listener then, but I was getting slowly introduced to the music. One of my friends had the first 4 Girlschool albums, but this one he didn't play to me because he just said that he didn't like this one. So a few years back when I started buying Girlschool albums, I bought the other 3 but not this one. So now it was a high time to get this one. And I was at a record fair. I was just leaving when I just decided, okay, let's check one more. And I found Ozzy Osbourne, Diary of a Madman. I hadn't heard this one in 30 years. So I remember when I heard this back then, I wasn't that taken by it. So I was never in a hurry to get this one. But now I decided to get it, and yeah, it was far better than what I remembered. Metallica, Load. Worst thing about this is that the first 3 songs on the record are the worst songs on the album. Very poor way to start the album. But other than that, I like this one. And again, finding Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare on cheap was excellent find, because for some reason Alice Cooper records are very expensive here. It's really difficult to find Alice Cooper records for a decent price. So finding this one on cheap, I was really happy. Smiths debut album. I bought the other Smiths albums long time ago, but this one just, I don't know, I just didn't get to buy this one. So now when I finally found it, I hadn't seen this one. I do see other Smiths albums from time to time, but not this one. So yeah, it was a great find. It didn't become immediately my favorite, but a good one anyway. And this one I wasn't supposed to buy. Marillion, Fugazi. I didn't have any expectations regarding Marillion's albums prior to Misplaced Childhood. But yeah, it turned out to be a really good one. So a great find. And here's a curious one. Elton John, Rock of the Westies. Album cover in great shape. Lyric sheet in a sleeve in great shape, but no record. Somebody had thrown about 10 album covers, but none of them had vinyls in them. But that's the only one that I decided to pick up, because I had thought that I could maybe buy that one, and if I would find it with the bad condition sleeve, it wouldn't matter anymore. And yeah, that's what happened. There's a little scuff here, some ring wear, and the spine is just a bit damaged. But okay, now I have album and sleeve in great condition. Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers, Into the Great Wide Open. After I had bought this, I noticed on Facebook that apparently this is difficult to find, but I seem to remember that I have seen that one many times over the years. Chuck Berry, 1 Dozen Berries. Finding this one on vinyl, I didn't give it any second thought. I just immediately had to have that one. Okay, and this next one was sort of my second choice, because I wanted to buy another album called Round Midnight, because I absolutely love the cover, but I have that one on CD, so I finally decided that I will buy a record that I don't have, and that's Julie London, Your Number Please. And well, there's nothing to complain about the album cover with this one either, is there? And again, one of those Etta James at last. I have this on CD, but with another sleeve. So I like my albums with the original sleeve pictures. That's why I bought this one on vinyl. Okay, and this one, I had never seen this one before. I remember that I had seen this one on Mojo magazine on the Buried Treasure section. Arlo Guthrie, The Last of the Brooklyn Cowboys. Yeah, excellent album. This is sort of a mixture of folk and country, and it was cheap. And yeah, by the way, I've noticed on Facebook that there's a lot of people who buy records from thrift stores and flea market, and always for $1. So I'm going to be lying that I bought all of these from flea market for 20 cents each, which is a complete lie, but that's what I'm telling you anyway. Eagles, The Long Run. I have wanted to find this one in good condition and for cheap, but it was either too expensive or had a bad case of ringwear. But now I found this in excellent condition and for cheap, and I'm happy with it, except for the song that Timothy B. Smith had written, which is way too tacky. Eric Clapton, Backless. One of those albums that I have on CD, and I don't intend to buy all of the Eric Clapton albums on vinyl, but this one, I love the cover, that's why I bought this one on vinyl. This one has sort of a fake leather book cover feel to it, and gold lettering, and obviously I love this album. Only my second Waylon Jennings album, third. Waylon and Jesse, Leather and Lace. Waylon Jennings and Jesse Coulter. Yeah, really good. And I'm finally starting to find country albums from Finland. They have been really difficult to come by here. Now it seems that there's at least some sellers that have country records. Chris Christopherson, Me and Bobby McGee, originally released under the title of Christopherson and with a different album cover. This is the third one from the 5 CD box set. Now I really want the Spooky Ladies Sideshow, which is possibly my favorite from these. And this next one I have had on my hands many times over the years, but I've always passed it. But now I finally got it. Naked, Talking Heads. Excellent album, really includes a sort of African rhythms to it. Excellent sounding album. Really happy that I bought this one. U2, Live Under a Blood Red Sky. I remember that one of my U2 albums had a really bad tear on a spine, so I thought was it this one? So I bought this one, and no, it wasn't this one. So now I have 2 copies of this one, both in excellent shape. Random Rave with Stray Cats. I finally decided that I should buy Stray Cats albums myself, because my brother has always had these, so I was never in a hurry to get these, but it was time. And this one was truly a big surprise. David Lee Roth, Sonrisa Salvaje, Spanish version of Edelman Smile. Yeah, I had never seen this one before. I might have, and most likely did see this one on some ad on some music papers at the time, because I was aware that this had been released, but I had never seen this one before. And Maiden England '88. I wanted to buy a Maiden vinyl because I hadn't bought the Maiden vinyl albums since Seventh Son of a Seventh Son. But I didn't want to buy this because the price was so ridiculous. 42 euros when the CD only cost 10 euros. So finding it cheap, yeah, it was great. And this was actually unopened even. So it was even more surprising to find it for so cheap. And then a Finnish record label compilation, The Beast of Bulltone. The music here is Latin, jazz, early rhythm and blues, funk, even a little bit of hip hop. So what does it need to make this one perfect? An acoustic AC/DC cover of a Dirty Deeds Done Dirt Cheap, of course. Jeannie C. Riley, Happy Valley PTA, The Plantation Recordings, 1968-70. Obviously I knew the title track, but I didn't know anything else until some time back I heard The Backside of Dallas, and that one was really good song. So I decided to go for this one. It includes her first 5 albums. Country soul music from the late 60s. A rare genre, I would say, so I'm really happy to get that one. Sweet Inspirations, the backing vocal group that sang with Elvis on his live concerts and some of his recordings also. Complete Atlantic singles plus. Excellent double compilation. Levon Helm, Dirt Farmer, and another Elvis connection, Lisa Marie Presley, Storm and Grace. This is her 3rd album. I don't have the first 2 either, because what I heard from them didn't sound encouraging at all. But this one, I heard 2 songs. It's produced by T-Bone Burnett. It's got a lot more rootier sound to the songs, and her singing sounds much better. So yeah, I was really excited, but I haven't listened to this one yet, so I'm very curious to hear what it's going to be like. Okay, that's it. Thanks for watching. Bye.